I said it's hot, don't touch it, it's hot. It's hot, don't touch it, it's hot. It's hot, don't touch it.
It's red and orange.
That it's very dangerous, and it's usually like orange or reddish.
And the candle flame.
That's hot. And that is good for marshmallow roasting, sausage roasting, hot dog roasting.
I said it's hot, don't touch it, it's hot. It's hot, don't touch it, it's hot. It's hot, don't touch it. Jump back.
It'd be, in a way, it's good to be afraid, and not good to be afraid, but you need to be conscious around it, and I do know people that are afraid of fire.
Well, you know what not to do.
Hi, welcome to Hammer
Hello.
Sleeves.
We're here to see Chef Gordon.
Yes, right this way.
Hey, come on.
And the electrical socket. And the teapot whistling.
Here at Hammersley's Bistro in the south end of Boston with Gordon Hammersley.
This is his place.
And he's going to talk to us a little bit about fire safety and kind of how things go here at the bistro.
I've heard you have the best chicken in all of Boston.
Thank you, Iris. We do. We have a great chicken here. Really delicious. So what we do, the way we cook that chicken is that we use fire to cook it. And fire is very dangerous stuff, but it's really great too if you know how to use it. So you got to be really careful when you work with fire.
Hot, don't touch it. It's hot. Don't touch it. It's hot. Don't touch it.
So Gordon, what kind of fire safety tips do you tell all of your wonderful cooks here?
Well, you just can't get too close to the fire because it's really hot. It really can burn you. You got to be careful. And that's really the number one thing. So Iris,
Yes, sir.
we opened the restaurant 25 years ago. 25 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and I was in my mid-1920s when I started cooking. Yeah, well, and when I was first in the kitchen, they wouldn't let me use any fire at all.
Really?
Yeah, and then when you have more experience and you're a little bit older, then you can start using fire.
Hey, I
Okay.
can't wait to start cooking.
What would you tell the kids at home if they're afraid of fire? They should be afraid of fire a little bit, right, to be safe?
Absolutely. I mean, you got to be really careful with fire, but it's not anything to be super afraid of. And you got to figure out how to put out the fire if you have to.
Okay, so you're going to show us a bunch of cool things about kind of what you do here, so let's get started.
Let's go.
You ready, Iris?
Yes, I am.
Do it. There are three ways that we use fire. One is we put the fire directly on the food. Another way is we put the fire underneath the pan and put the food inside the pan. And then the other thing is that the fire heats up the oven and we put things in the oven to cook it, like a cake or cookies.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
So there are three ways to stop a fire. One is to smother it, to take away the oxygen. We got a fire now.
That's all we want. And we're going to smother.
Good job, Chef Hammersley.
Thank you, Iris. Two is to pour water on top of the fire. And the third way is to use a fire extinguisher. And that'll put it out right away.
Sometimes here at the bistro, you guys get fires that are a little out of control.
We do.
Do you panic? What happens?
No, if there's a fire in the kitchen, we don't panic. Somebody calls an adult. We put the fire out, and the three ways we do it is either with water, we smother it, or we use the fire extinguisher.
We are pieces of a puzzle, a big gigantic puzzle.
My name is Bert, and I work for Gordon here, and I work with fire every minute of every day.
Fire can be really pretty, and it can be a great tool, something that you can use. It's something that you also need to be really careful with. I just think you gotta keep saying that.
Fire is useful because it helps to cook the food that we all eat every day. And we would all just have to eat vegetables all the time.
Raw vegetables.